The Lockheed XV-4 Hummingbird was one of the most ambitious American attempts to create a vertical takeoff and landing jet during the Cold War. Conceived in the late 1950s, the project began when the United States Army expressed interest in experimental aircraft capable of operating without conventional runways. Lockheed had already studied vertical takeoff and landing concepts and proposed the VZ-10, later redesignated XV-4, which would test the feasibility of an innovative lift system. The first design, the XV-4A, relied on two Pratt & Whitney JT-12 turbojet engines mounted in side pods. Exhaust gases were redirected through ejector nozzles in the fuselage floor, where they entrained cold air to produce vertical thrust. The system promised efficiency but delivered only a thrust-to-weight ratio of about 1.04, far below what was needed for safe vertical operations. Despite this, the aircraft achieved its first tethered hover on the 30th of November 1962, its first free vertical flight on the 24th of May 1963, and transitioned from hover to forward flight on the 8th of November 1963. On the 10th of June 1964, disaster struck when the first prototype crashed in Cobb County, Georgia, killing the pilot. Tests revealed that the ejector system could not provide reliable lift. Lockheed reworked the second prototype into the XV-4B between 1966 and 1968. This version replaced the original engines with 6 General Electric J85 turbojets, 4 dedicated lift engines in the fuselage, and 2 for forward thrust. The new layout improved stability in theory, but also added dead weight, a problem similar to the Soviet Yak-38's lift jet system. The XV-4B resumed flight testing in 1968 and showed modest improvements, including successful hovering and transitions. However, on the 14th of March 1969, the aircraft crashed during testing in Georgia. The pilot, Harlan Joseph Quam, survived by ejecting, but the program ended permanently. Although both prototypes were destroyed, the XV-4 provided valuable lessons in vertical takeoff and landing technology. It demonstrated the limits of ejector-based thrust augmentation and lift jets, leading United States engineers to seek more efficient solutions. Decades later, the Lockheed Martin F-35B would apply some of these lessons, employing a shaft-driven lift fan instead of multiple auxiliary engines. Today, the XV-4 is remembered as a bold but flawed experiment. It never entered production, overshadowed by the British Harrier, yet it remains a crucial stepping stone in the evolution of American vertical takeoff and landing aircraft design.